Somerleyton near Lowestoft. Beautiful, beautiful building, absolutely gorgeous, fantastic gardens.
It's like a palace. It's absolutely enormous. And I've only been in sort of like a greenhouse area and this area. I've not actually seen the rest of the building, but it would possibly be one of the biggest locations we've ever done. I think when it's dark, this place is going to be really scary. I really do, because compared to the size of the building, compared to how many people there are here doing the investigation, I think that, you know, groups of 2 people or 3 people can go off all at the same time.
I'm really looking forward to tonight. I think it's going to be an excellent place to stay or actually do an investigation at, because it's so big. We'll know where all the crew is at one time, but you can separate the crew off into different rooms and you'll know that no noise is going to come from the other crew members.
Everyone's a little bit spooked about going on the upper levels where the servants' quarters are, and it is quite strange up there.
I've just arrived at Somerleyton Hall. It's absolutely spectacular. It's a beautiful, beautiful place. I'm really looking forward to looking around. For once, we're in the warmth, which is always nice. It feels nice, it feels fine so far, but we'll see what later on holds.
The main levels are all lived in, but it's the upper levels, they are kind of derelict, and it's where the servants' quarters were. So we're kind of looking forward to getting back up there later on, and there's a room that hasn't been opened for allegedly 20 years. So we're going to look in that as well. Right, well, we've done the little walk around.
What I'm becoming aware about here, as we've come along this passageway, is, again, the energies of this, I'll say, more malevolent spirit man, and a twisted inner anger with him, and he comes up here as well. I feel he was the head at the time of a family, and he would be more looked upon or recognised as, maybe people would call him Sir. This is the most negative part of the house, I feel, at this point in this area.
In what way? Why? What would have happened in this room?
Well, I feel that, you know, I feel like there would have been sacrifice, lots of sacrifices here. Mm-hmm. Blood everywhere, and just congealing on the floor, and screeches and screams and from animals. What they were trying to do, they were trying to evoke from the depths of the dark side an evil to come into this atmosphere, to do, in their deranged way, to do their bidding.
I don't want to go upstairs to the attic on my own, and I don't really want to go up there with anyone else. If anything happens up there, it's going to be fucking super shit scary. I'm not really looking forward to it. The rest of the house seems fine. It's a really nice, comfortable family home, but that the attic is a bit weird.
We've just done a night vision walk with David, which was quite fascinating. The first thing David picked up on was an old lady on the stairs. Now, there are reports of a lady being seen sitting on the stairs crying because she's lost her husband. He's come up with a lady called Eliza. She's broken-hearted, her husband dead, possibly during the Second World War, and David's come up with the fact that he may have been a brigadier. Now, this is a very military family, and I would imagine, although I haven't been able to prove it yet, that they produce more than one brigadier general.
I am picking up on masculine energy here, and they're using the word, you know, I was a Navy boy myself, not Army, so forgive me. I think it's brigadier. Using the word that came to me was brigadier. And this is probably First World War, and he seems to be again just comfortable being here. It seems like he's chosen to come back. So if you like, he has crossed, and he has done the light thing, and he's gone over into the lightness. But then he's built his own, if you like, his own world that's here. I mean, people often get confused that, you know, when we die, we go to heaven and it's somewhere up there. But actually, it's not. It's here. It's the same world, but it's just in a different dimension. It's a different space in time.
What was that? Was it? Okay.
So if you like, he's in his... You're right.
Yeah.
He's in his own space in time, and this is one of the rooms he's more active in.
Okay, so it's a brigadier. What age would you put him at?
He's not ancient. He's in his 40s, late 40s.
Okay. And can you see him? Or in your mind's eye you can see him?
Yeah, I can. He's presenting in his in an army uniform. I would say World War One actually, because he's got we used to call them still call them putties, you know, like the bandages around his, which is much more World War One, I would imagine. Not getting a name at the moment, but I think, you know, he's quite strong. He'll be with us. He'll be with us later.
Are the spirits aware of us in the house?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah, they are aware of us. There's a kind of sometimes you get spirits and they're cheeky. You know, they're touches or they're, pinches. Or we've had that before. But these ones are kind of much more serious about it, as they would have been, I guess, in life. They're kind of going to try their best, is what they're saying to me. They're going to try their best to make themselves known.
Oh, good.
Although he couldn't get the name of the guy, he could see a badge. So came back, quizzed David about it, and he's given me a badge which has got something crossed with a lion on it and a crown on top. Now, I'm not sure. The crosses certainly represent possibly lancers, and of course one of the Crossley family here was in the 9th Lancers.
I went down to the cellar with Ian, and basically we went into certain areas of the cellar. There's a wine cellar, or an area where you keep wine, and it is quite eerie. It's got a lot of iron gates and whatever, and it does feel uncomfortable.
It doesn't feel very safe though. It isn't safe, but you don't feel safe, because it was probably the first time I've done a vigil without a camera, so I can't see what's around me. So it's very disconcerting that I don't know what's there, even though I've got my mag light on my shoulder ready to smack it if it jumps out. But it really is disconcerting. It feels really musty, doesn't it?
It does, but that's hardly surprising, but if you wanted to run, the thing is...
You couldn't run in here.
You can't run anywhere. We'd run straight into that iron gate. And then you have to get up, get past the iron gate, and then find your way through. It'd just be a nightmare trying to get out of here.
I mean, I thought the attic was bad, but this is quite grim.
If there's the ghost, the spirit of anyone or anything with us here that can hear us, that can hear me talking to you, and you would like to get in contact or communicate with us, then make a noise. Come on, is there anyone there?
Do you hear that? Sounds like you're shifting gravel again, or some...
Like a lot of places, after 10-15 minutes, if you don't get any response, if you don't get anything out of the ordinary, then I got used to it. You get used to the surroundings. It loses its paranormal appeal.
I just got back from a vigil with Kath and Yvette originally. We went into the master bedroom. To be honest, there was so much happening. So we thought we'd try a staircase, and when we got near there, we had Carl, and he was going, who's that? And he seemed to be in a bit of distress.
Door shut. Now, it really spooked me, more than most things have spooked me. The door shut and I couldn't open it. I couldn't get. I just couldn't open the door, and it was like someone was holding it the other side. Wow.
Oh shit, fuck me.
Is anyone out there?
Shh. Fuck.
Just been up into the attic with Derek, Carl, Richard and John. And as soon as we got up there, I started feeling dizzy. It was a horrible atmosphere, really horrible, oppressive, nasty place.
We got a lot of knocks, a lot of taps that were seemingly answers to questions we were giving. I don't know if it's paranormal or not, but it was certainly strange.
Just knock, Anna. I'm gonna knock, Anna, and you knock back.
Oh, come on.
Jesus.
Yeah. That was a nice strong one, wasn't it?
Oh, come on.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Anna, if that's you that made the noise, please make it again. Try to make it as strong as you can.
Bloody Nora.
It's from down there.
Where is it? Down?
I felt it.
Yeah, down here.
I feel it from down here.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
I felt the floor.
Yeah. Okay.
Try to make it as strong as you can.
Bloody Nora.
Is there anything you can do to make those noises stronger?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Do you know, I actually can't hear it when I'm talking.
No, but it was strong, Carl.
Yeah,
Well,
This one
feel the
was-
vibration.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, that was another one on the floor, wasn't it?
Yeah.
That was
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah. Anna, can you do it twice? Anna, instead of banging once, can you bang twice?
There's one.
Oh, bloody hell.
There's two.
That was three.
Well, it was like a tap tap. Are you grounded here, Anna? Are you trapped here?
That's not more. That's great. Joe, this is definitely coming from the ground. This is coming
It's
from
coming
here,
underneath,
right,
isn't it? Yeah.
almost like in the centre of us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
From a sceptical point of view, if one of us was doing tapping, or if one of us was tapping in response, it would have been the same sound or similar sound from the same area. But it just didn't make sense that anyone had fabricated it. We were definitely the only people up there.
When we weren't asking questions, when we were chatting amongst ourselves about the tapping, we'd hear more tapping, and we were trying to get our attention. And don't ask me to tap and then ignore me, sort of thing.
Let us know that you're with us. Really make a bang. Come on, don't let us down, Anna.
It was.
That was in a different place again.
That was over there. That seemed to be that.
Where?
Underneath, no, to me it was there.
Every bang that I've heard has come from a different place.
People are going to say, you know, every time you do it now you get a response. And we are doing. But I think it's because we're getting better at it.
We've just come back from a vigil with Richard, Derek and John Simon.
We've been to the maze. I have never been in a maze before. And I never want to go in a maze again. We got lost. We got totally and utterly lost.
We didn't get that much, but there's definitely a sense of us being followed around as we got close to the centre.
I kind of got a feeling a few times that there was someone following us, someone with us, you know, especially up down sort of, felt like there was someone on my left-hand side. As we started walking away from the centre of the maze, we asked for a sign to see if there was anyone there, and we had some mighty banging. It sounded like it came from the sort of small building that's actually in the centre of the maze.
Should we go that way? Do you think?
No. I made the wrong decision last time, so I'll let someone else decide.
Double back on ourselves when we came in.
Yeah.
Wow.
What
Yeah,
was
that?
Yeah.
That was there. At the place where we've just come from there.
And then we heard it again. We asked him, well, we called out, and we heard these bangings again.
Possibly a way of doing this and getting ourselves out would be to possibly turn the torch on.
Yeah.
What was that?
Hear that again?
Did you hear that?
Yeah, he's in exactly the same.
I didn't hear that, no.
I did.
I did.
It was like a drumming.
Drumming, yeah.
From there?
Yeah, there it
From
is
just
again,
there,
right
yeah.
from there.
Whoever it was never showed themselves.
Earlier in the day, whilst I was recording a link to camera just outside room 7, we picked up shuffling noises nearby, which strangely came from behind a locked attic door.
There can't be anything in there. There's just still. That's what I mean. It's still. I know. This is what. Now you're the third person who's heard that. The fourth person who's heard that. You, me, fourth.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I heard something as well.
It's John, B, Ian, and you then. Cool.
You can hear.
I just heard something.
I heard it.
And try as we might, neither Carl nor I could find a logical explanation or source for the apparent movement in an area that the owners say has been sealed for 20 years. And later in the night, Carl decided to try this remote room all on his own.
This is so quiet up here. I'm in a corner. The reason I'm in a corner is so at least I can vouch there's nothing behind me. I'm so scared. Is anyone here? If there's anything in this room with me, I'm on my own, just me and this camera. It's quite oppressive in here. It feels very... There's a pram under there. I'm starting to feel very uncomfortable, I must admit. If you're here, show yourself. If that's you at the door, please move it. If it's you that's made those noises, please make them again. Wow, what a room. Oh shit, fuck me. Fucking hell, I don't drive.
Me, David and Kath went on our first vigil, and we went into the master bedroom, and it was very, very quiet, but we were all, the three of us were quite frightened and thought, well, we'll go somewhere else. And on the way past the stairs up to the attic area where all the sort of servants' quarters were, we heard Carl. And we went up there, and he just described that a door had slammed on his own. We all went in the room with him, room number 7, which was the locked room. And the door slammed.
Do you know, I'm that freaked, and I don't get freaked.
What do you think we should do?
I think we should wait for a bit here.
In here?
Yeah, oh, fucking shit, no. Did anyone touch the door?
No, I didn't know. I swear I didn't touch the door. We asked out, we asked if there's anyone there, like you do. We got a bang, bang. Is that Anna? Bang, bang. And then we continued this conversation with Anna. Then we went into the corridor, and we had one of the bells ring outside the doors. Every door had a little bell, but these things aren't connected anymore. There's nothing that makes them ring, but I distinctly heard ching, and then when we looked up, this thing was swinging.
Quite interesting. I don't know what it means. I just know that I'm extremely scared at the moment, and I was very scared then. Probably more so than I've been scared in a long while.
A fascinating place. I would love to come back and spend more time here. I'm sure there's hundreds of rooms we've not been in, and there's more stories to be told. I would love to come back here because it's not threatening, it's just interesting, a little bit scary, but not threatening.
This place is superb. It's very haunted. There's a lot going on, and I think we've only scratched the surface of it. I really do. People here are fantastic. There's so much more that this place is yet to reveal. I think even to the people who live here and the people who work here and the people who know it, I think there's a lot more to come in future years, and it was certainly nice to be part of some of that reveal, because this certainly could hold the tag of being one of the most haunted properties in the whole of Great Britain.
We've had a fantastic time here. We knew it was haunted, and I tell you something, there's so much more here I reckon we'll be back.
We've just had such a good time here at Somerleyton Hall.
It's a fantastic, fantastic place. I myself cannot wait. I really cannot wait to come back here. In terms of the eyewitness accounts that have been given here, I think on the basis of those and any experience that happened tonight, again, I'll say it again, say it every time, is it normal, is it paranormal? You decide.
I've so really enjoyed this location. Somerleyton is a fantastic place. Yes, it's haunted. I definitely think it's haunted and definitely worth a visit.
Is it haunted? I'd say most definitely. The stories that the guys have come out with that they've experienced, I mean, not so much myself, a few strangers, but everyone else, what they've experienced tonight has just been phenomenal.
For me, it's been a really interesting evening. I've thoroughly enjoyed it. And now I'm going back to, we're staying in these log cabins in the middle of woods. So now we're going to go back there for a couple of hours sleep before we have to get on up, pack our stuff and move on to the next haunted location. Though where that will be, I do not know.
My ribs are hurting because I've been holding my body so tight because I'm so scared. I'm going to go back to the log cabin, put the heating on, put my pyjamas on and go to sleep.
So until next week, see you again on Most Haunted Extra.